That's what I used to do. Well, I don't compete anymore, but I used to watch your routines. So I used to watch all you guys' routines, and that's how I would emulate some of your poses, and especially your side chest, where you're going into side chest. That's
Yeah.
so that was a pose I used to do. But yeah,
You know, you know how I came up about with that side chest pose? I remember being on stage and I would look at the guys as they were posing. I
yeah,
could see them out like the corner of my eyes, you know. And I would always wait until they hit their poses, then I would do my pose, you know.
yeah.
And because you never want to hit your pose first. So I'm thinking, what can I do in between this side chest before
Yeah.
I pull it up to a side chest?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I remember turning and I was like, okay, well, let me do this and do something and wait a while and then I'll pull it up. And that's how I came up with that.
yeah. And that was like a savage pose.
It's crazy.
Real.
People say, well, you know, how did you feel when you tore your chest? That was an opportunity for me, Tommy, to quit because I was sad or because something had happened to me.
Mhm.
No different. I didn't win the Mr. Olympia. I never pouted. I never complained about any of my placings. I just took it like a man and kept going. But I learned so much. When I tore my chest, I learned so much. I found out when I tore my chest, you know what I found out? Two things could either happen. Either I could quit or I could figure out how to get around this thing. I had 4 months to get ready for the Mr. Olympia after tearing my chest, benching, what? How much is 300 kilos? 600 pounds?
300 kilos. Yes, it's 615. It's a crazy.
This is what I did when I came home
Whoa.
from the Mr. Olympia after getting second in Helsinki. I bench pressed 6 once, came down, boom, tore my chest, ripped out everything. I had 2 surgeries. I tore my pectoralis major, tore my pectoralis minor, and snapped my tendon.
Yeah.
Crazy. I couldn't work out for 7 months. Nothing. I lost a lot of weight, man. My body weight went down to about, what's 220 pounds? How many kilos?
220 pounds, about 100 kilo.
100 kilo.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
I had 4 months to come back and get ready for the Mr. Olympia.
Yeah.
I came back, I competed. I had to learn everything like this about my body, how to train. I had to learn everything. Came back, I think I got 5th in Olympia that year. And I said, damn, if I can come back after not training for 7 months with this injury,
Right. Okay.
train for 4 months and get 5th in the world, then what would happen if I trained longer, right? So
Mhm.
I kept going, and Arnold took me to a show, and I ended up winning the Arnold Classic. Then I got the idea, Tommy. I said, shit, man, I don't need to train all year round. I can just do this for 3 months if I'm healthy, or 4 months, and I can compete against these guys. So I think, and then guess what? After this injury, this is when I had only won 2 pro shows before my injury. And when I had the injury, after the injury, I won 20 pro shows.
Whoa. Yeah.
Only training 3-4 months a year for these shows, right?
And what would you do in the time that you were off? So if you were
Nothing.
off, you do zero.
I would just, I'll let my body go down, be a regular guy. And I don't know, man, for some reason, my body, it was just a quick respond, you know, muscle memory, the mindset, knowing that I had 3 months or 4 months to get ready for the show. I'll go into this crazy mindset. And I think with the time, the short period of time I had would make me just be so much in the zone that every day, every second, every moment for those 4 months, I was doing every single thing. And my body just, it just transformed. I was gaining like 2 or 3 pounds of muscle a week.
Wow.
You know, like Dave Palumbo said, yeah. So I really believe, you know, like when I say where the mind goes, the body follows and all this shit, Tommy, like I'm not just saying it, like I put it through the test, like I've experienced it. I know what the mind really can do. When you really tap into what's going on the inside of you, like you can do some amazing things, you know, like I used to try everything. Like when I was going tours, I would try. Sometimes I didn't eat for 2 days, you know.
Right, okay.
Just to see what would happen.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes I would do, like on tour, you know. These guys would be eating 6 times a day, but we're flying and they're eating with all these carbs and their body's just holding all this water.
Yeah.
You know? But I noticed that I'm going on tour and I'd say, you know what? I'm going to drop all my carbs out for about 3 or 4 days and see what happens.
Yeah.
And I would do 0 carbs because, you know, we would go to Spain, Germany, Italy, France. We're up and down on this plane. When you fly on airplanes, it makes you retain fluid, right?
Right, okay, yeah.
Because of the altitude. Yeah, Tommy?
Yeah.
So I would, and carbohydrates hold on to water, yeah? So I would drop the carbs out and see what happened. And I noticed my body would just get better and better. You wouldn't lose any muscle because your body's not going to lose any muscle over that short period of time. So I would do things like this, and then I would skip meals. I would go to countries if there's no food to eat. I wouldn't eat anything, you know? Or if I did eat anything, I would just eat like a pizza. That one day I would just have a whole pizza and nothing else. So I would get my sodium, I would get my fats, enough energy to keep me going, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I was learning so much about how the body really, really works and how it responds. And
because
you know,
do you think bodybuilders do tend to overeat? Because
yes. They eat too much.
Yeah, I did notice when I started reducing food as I got older. I started reducing my food.
Yeah,
so
you eat too much, Tommy.
Yeah, 2 to 4 times a day. Sometimes I eat.
Nobody needs 6,000 calories, 8,000, 10,000. Bodybuilders don't.
I think,
you know, strong men, powerlifters do, but not these bodybuilders.
I think, as you would agree with me, as you get older, you don't need as much food.
No.
I find, like, I'm 42 now, so I find that as I'm getting older, I don't need as much food or calories.
Yeah.
I can go without food for longer.
Yeah, you know, Joe Weider would put those magazines together. You know, Joe Weider would walk and he would pick out the covers. He would call us and come and show us. And, you know, we would do the interview and Peter would write the articles and we would sit there and edit these articles with him. Yeah. And, you know, so much work would go into this book, right, that you get. And it was special. This is the story. This story is going to tell what just happened in the Mr. Olympia because a lot of people couldn't go and get it right there. It was something special about that animosity of just waiting, you know, just waiting on the edge. Oh man, I got to see these pictures, you know? Yeah. And then 2 months later, boom. You know, and then a month after that, you know, you would probably see us somewhere. It'd be like, wow. Yeah. That's what they look like. Wow, you know? Nowadays, I always say, you know, it takes it away from it because if you look at the prejudging that's going on now, 2 weeks before the show on Instagram, everybody's peeling everything off in the gym. The prejudging is already taking place. You know what everybody looks like on Instagram already before they even get to the show. And then they get to the show, they don't even look like that. You know?
I look at the guys now, and they're good guys, but there's nothing there that I look at and kind of go, there's no characters, you know? Everyone kind of is doing the same kind of thing, and you guys were all, you know, I mean, you have Flex, you have Sean, you have Chris, and Nasser. Nasser was one guy that I would have loved to have met as well.
Yeah.
you know, and a character as well.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, you probably have funny stories about him as well, do you?
Yeah.
Everyone loved the Ronnie story. That I think that went viral, the Ronnie story. But Nasser,
Yeah.
yeah, some of the stuff with Nasser, because I used to look at his DVDs as well, and you just could tell he was so intelligent, you know,
Yes.
seriously intelligent. But Lee Priest was saying that he was really no fun at all. Like he'd take it super serious, you know.
Yeah, it was very, very dry. Very, very dry. Take it too serious. Sometimes you take it too serious, it destroys you.
Yeah, I think it did destroy Nasser in the end because he became very bitter towards bodybuilding.
Yeah, he got in his head with it, you know.
Yeah, I remember reading some articles, interviews with Nasser, and he was just literally ripping into everybody and anybody. So it was that was the end of him, really.
Yeah.
So it was pretty sad to see a guy like if Nasser had been around now with the social media, like the Instagram, he would have been, you know, he would have done so Instagram, you know,
Yeah.
character, you know.